used to be. It's even harder to remember. You say it's too late to make it, but is it too late to try? And I know time that you wasted all on.
Meanwhile,
I've wasted my nights. You turned out the light. But even the sun sets in paradise. I'm at a place trying to go home. Change just depends on you.
Hey, what's going on, gang? So today I'm going to be talking about a support hero, which is the first of its kind in my off-meta series. Thank you to everyone that watched and supported my last video. I really do appreciate all the comments you guys were leaving. It was a ball to see it do so well. So thank you so much for that. The support hero in question is, of course, Chaos Knight. This hero is crazy in its early levels and transitions really, really hard in the right game scenario. What I actually like about this hero is he can build an abundance of items and you're not really locked into one particular build. I'll get into that a little later. Let's talk about the important things first. If you watched my last video with Viper, you'll notice I don't build boots. This was a very heated discussion. People either really liked it or people were really ignorant to my concept, and I can't blame them. It's a strange idea, but with CK, he can do the same thing and it's a much safer outcome. CK has some really amazing starting stats at 325 move speed, 5 armor, high base strength, and high strength gain. He can do some nasty stuff. So because CK has really good base stats, we can leverage this early by rushing braces, diving towers, being aggressive, using your health and mana pool to get kills all around the map. If you think of Marcy and Tusk, what do? Tusk ice shards to block, gangs up with his team, and then he gets kills. Marcy throws back, puts on a buff, and then also gets kills. Or if you want to look at Pudge, Pudge repositions, slows, and gets a follow-up with his teammate usually. So Reality Rift is pretty much the reason why I make these comparisons. Reality Rift pulls them in halfway between your cast range and then makes it so you apply armor reduction or break disarm silence. That's for 3 seconds, which is plenty of time to do something, plenty of time to disable, plenty of time to kite. It's pretty much going to do something to any hero in the game. If you look at a Slark, if you disarm a Slark and he can't purge it, well then he's useless. If you silence a Slark, he can't purge it, so he's useless. If you break a Slark, he doesn't get Essence Shift, so he is basically useless. This ability just at level 1 will do so much. If you pair it with an offlaner that does high physical damage or is really good at poking, so if you have a Beastmaster or a Slardar, one pull is so much damage with 2 heroes hitting at the same time. 6 seconds of -4 armor is so strong. And that's just at level 1. Realistically, you can get kills with a Blood Grenade and Reality Rift, but as soon as you get level 2, you are looking at guaranteed kills. A recent game I played was with a Slardar, and when I pulled, I could stun, which gave him time to hit, which gave him time to stun, which gave him time to bash. This lane I played was against a Klinx and a Jakiro. They both gave up and did not show really, really quickly. So if you have a 3 or a 1 position that plays similar to this sort of idea, you'll have really good lanes. So just like Pudge, you should be abusing fog and trees to get the best chance at killing someone. If you sneak up to someone using a tree line and hit Reality Rift, it's so easy to hit them and then stun them, and then they're in a really bad spot because they didn't see it coming. The best thing you can do is ping your timing to your allies. So if you're about to get level 2 or you have level 2, start pinging both of your abilities so your ally can see it, and so they'll know what you're trying to do, and you'll get kills after kills after kills. Early into the game, and especially when you are smoking around the map to catch people, use your HP as a resource to dive towers. That is the biggest advice I can give you. You're going to be stacking braces, so you can tank like infinite tower hits for your mid laner to scoop up kills and convince him to dive with you. So make sure you do that. A lot of the time you have enough HP to even live, and it's perfectly okay to go suicide afterwards too. Irrationality previously used to have a 50% chance to not proc, so that would mean you'd hit Reality Rift and it would either proc one of 3 or it wouldn't proc at all. They removed that, and ever since then, I believe this has become a very viable facet. There's nearly no scenario in Dota where if you proc Irrationality on any of the 3 outcomes, it will be useless. Maybe against like a support, the disarm is useless, but against a core, nearly all 3 aspects will do something. And the strongest thing about this pick is as soon as you get level 20, which gives you Reality Rift Pierce's spell immunity, these also carry over with that talent. So if you get level 20 against a PA with BKB and proc disarm or break, she's not going to be able to crit through her BKB and she's not going to be able to hit through her BKB. Imagine a Storm jumps in and you just spam Reality Rift and then he gets silenced. His game is kind of ruined. He uses half of his BKB duration doing nothing. So I've talked a little bit about the items already. We'll go into that now. The triple bracer I found is really important. You can do double bracer and wand, but either one of the 2 is key. You don't want to go boots. I'm very firm on this. The hero has very good move speed and you can end up building drums or yules anyway to get that move speed back later. If you just go triple bracer, you will have the highest impact of anything you could build. Doing this in combination of taking a neutral item with health or armor or anything to tank you up will make you really, really tanky to dive towers, as I've been saying. Now there's a section for pick 1, maybe 2 core items. This is the most important part of the build. Any of these items, you'll always pick up. You could go just 1, you could go just 2, you could go 3. It doesn't really matter, but for simplicity's sake, go 1 of these items and then pick up a situational item later. Orchid's great versus Storm, Slark, Void, Spirit heroes, carry heroes that rely on spells. You just build that when you see it. If you're versing a puck, you'll have it at 15 to 20 minutes due to the no boots, and it can be really, really strong then. Mage Slayer I don't really pick up. It's a bit of a niche pick, but it adds EHP and some damage through the attack speed and the DOT it applies. Force Staff is probably the most consistently bought item of the build. At least I would advise picking this up a lot because it has infinite applications in every game of Dota. If you get an ally that's chain stunned, you can reposition them so they don't get hit by other spells. For example, if someone got fissured and AA is going to throw an ult out, you could reposition and that ult can miss and change the game for you. Yules is the second most important item in my opinion, so this gives you mana pool, mana regen, move speed, and the ability to cyclone the enemy initiator. So if LC, Axe, Magnus try and jump your team, you can lift them up in the air, either before they've used their spell or after, and this can save a lot of fights for you. It's got infinite applications, this Yules item. It can do so much, so this one I really recommend as well. And then the only other thing I can say is this Shadowblade is a bit of a weird one, but I do think it works sometimes. This is a concept I've got from my friend. He's called it the I'm Nyx Assassin build, because when you get it, you can all chat I'm Nyx Assassin as you're about to kill someone. It is peak comedy, you cannot tell me otherwise. Pair this if you have someone who's going to hunt with you, like an actual Nyx Assassin, for example, Storm Spirit, Lycan with Alpha Wolves, any of these sort of heroes that hunt, you can buy Shadowblade and you can participate with them. Blink is a very similar thing as well, but it doesn't give you any offensive stats like the Shadowblade does. Now we've also got auras. Auras are a bit random. Sometimes it's really impactful, sometimes you don't need to go it at all. I would say pretty much everything that I explained for items, if you have a gut feeling that it could be good that game, I'd just say go it. Pipe is really good into Sand King, Leshrac, Earthshaker, these sort of heroes. If you feel like they're actually quite a nuisance to your team and not just you, you could go it. Crimson can be really strong too. If you get this after the braces, or if you get this after one item, like a Force Staff, you can completely nullify the damage a Sniper or a Luna or a PA is doing against your draft. Pretty good item that people don't build enough of in my opinion. Vlad's is pretty low key. You can build it kind of casually later, you can build it early. I'm not really sure if you want to build it early over anything else, maybe after an item or two. But it applies on your illusions too, which means if you send ults out, or illusions or mantas or shadow demons on your team, the Vlad's aura will carry on your illusions and apply in an aura around them, not just around the hero, so it's pretty useful for that too. Okay, and Aghanims. Now, I don't always advise Aghanims. I think a lot of people going into a concept like this would assume Aghanims is a core item. I don't really think it is that way. It has its applications. The big one off the top of my head is Treant ult. If Treant uses ult, you can globally purge your whole team. You don't have to be there. You can just hit someone from the other side of the map and free them. I think it has a soft dispel. I think that's how it works. But yeah, this is not always useful. Also, considering that you might be first picking CK, you're likely to verse Earth Shaker, Sand King, you know, these illusion AoE counters. So Ags is not that important. And you'll see that I start with drums if I go Ags. Now, I believe drums is best if you go Ags because you're buffing your illusions with the drums active, and it's cheaper than anything else you can buy relative to the impact that it gives. Gives you move speed, gives you meta pull, gives you health pull, buffs your allies constantly, has an active to buff your allies even more and your illusions. It's pretty good. The other items, I believe, are pretty self-explanatory. Octarine makes your Ags ult lower, which is pretty good. You get Blink because it lets you initiate, plus you've likely got Octarine at this point or you're getting it next, so your Blink's low cooldown. And then Bloodthorn to finish is usually the best thing you can go. Considering you have more illusions, it means Bloodthorn's going to do more damage. Looking at the talents, we've got Reality Rift Distance. This is a no-brainer. This is like the must-pick talent for this build. You get 225. It's basically an Aether Lens worth of cast range, which no heroes really have these days. It's quite a busted value. Pair this with Aether Lens or cast range neutrals, you will see you're able to literally no-scope cross-map people with your Reality Rift. It's really strong. At 15, the Chaos Bolt cooldown is amazing. I don't think the strength has a place in a build like this. The Chaos Bolt cooldown is really nice, especially with Octarine. And if you get Shard from Tormentor or buy it, I didn't mention it before, but Shard's quite good. Having your upgraded version of Q from the Shard on a lower cooldown is amazing. I already discussed the level 20 talent, but yeah, you go this one. This one's a no-brainer as well. The other one's not even close. Reality Rift pierces BKB, allows you to disarm Break Silence through BKB, as well as reposition and apply armor reduction. The 25 is the most flexible talent of this build. You could really go either way. I would say the best way to think about it is if you're scaling to a right clicker or starting to build right click items because the game just happens to be like this, go the crits. Otherwise, the plus 10 Phantasm duration is likely better considering you have Ags at this point as well. So if you guys have any crazy builds, pop into my Discord, submit your own ideas. If I find your idea is interesting and I've tried it and it's working, it's very likely it'll be new content for my channel. You'll be sure to get a shout out as well. I'm also offering coaching. I've had a lot of success teaching people over the years. If you guys are interested in that at all, I can refine your off-meta game, or I can just go over base concepts that have helped me get to 8k MMR and helped people get to Immortal that I've coached. CK support, is it good? Is it bad? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.